Hey everybody, wanted to just do a quick training today on another design pattern. This one's probably what you would consider a mini design pattern. But what this is this is the Natt sequence. So this is a way you can basically define a fixed amount of steps for code to sequence through and have it iterate through those. It makes a clean block diagram, very self-documenting. It's similar to a state machine, except that it runs in a fixed order and it can't alter basically that order like a state machine could, right? From each state, it can, you can implement your logic that says, hey, do this, do this, do this. This one doesn't have that capability, but when you have things that you want to just run in a fixed sequence every time, this is a really good way to do that. So I'm going to start by just creating an enum constant. So this is how we're going to define our states. I'm going to go in here and edit items. So we're going to create an initial item, close file. We're going to add a write file and a create file. So we've got for this simple example, we're just going to have 3 states, but we've mapped all of our states. From there, we can use the enum to array of enums function, and this ships with LabVIEW. And this is just going to output an array of enums. From there, I can just drop a for loop and a case structure in there. And we're going to wire in our enum. So this is going to get it to iterate through every single value. Up here, I can right click on this and click add a case for every value. So now we have a case for every value. And it's very obvious what's happening in each case, right? This is named create file. This is named write file, close file, etc. So really well, just for like self-documentation wise, right? Really nice, keeps your block diagram small, simple. This little section of code could have, dozens or even hundreds of, cases, and you can simply search and navigate that through this. So let's go to our create file. We're just going to create a text file. So we're going to do open or create. And now if you need to, right, just like a state machine, if we need to pass data between multiple iterations, a good way to do that is just with shift registers. So let's drop that there, replace with a shift register. We'll add just a default item. And then one other thing I wanted to do, rather than having to get prompted for a text file, I'm just going to generate a temporary text file because I don't care where the file's going. So here we're just going to open or create a file. In our write file, I'm just going to add a write to text file, connect these enums, and add some text. So we're going to write that to the text file, and then in our close file, we are going to drop this guy, and I'm going to use the show in file systems function as well, just to pop up that file after we're done. And we're going to just use default if unwired. So that's all ready to go. So we've got our Natt sequence all defined. So now we can open this up and let's run it. And there we go. And here is our text file. We can open this up and you can see, thanks for watching. So it was generated successfully. And we have just a really simple diagram. And it could be far more complex than this, right? It doesn't just need to be open a file, create a write to it, close it type thing. It can do all sorts of stuff. So Natt sequence is just a really good kind of mini design pattern for putting up code that runs in a fixed fashion every time, keeping your block diagram clean and small and easy to basically navigate. I can basically go to each state, which is basically documented on top of what it's doing, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that is the Natt sequence. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Canon Controls is your gateway to mastering LabVIEW. Dive into programming for data acquisition, industrial communications, and manufacturing automation. Explore how to enhance your projects with cybersecurity best practices. Join the journey to elevate your skills and secure your systems with every episode.